I want to get in that house and bring that $750,000 cash home. I'm here to compete to win. Nothing will stop me from getting what I want. I hope the Big Brother house is ready for me, because I'm coming for another crown.
Congratulations, Taylor! You're the winner of Big... All right!
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who's B, it's your girl KylerB coming at you for a new video. So today we're going to be talking about season 24 of Big Brother. We're going to just go right ahead and basically summarize this summer of Big Brother. You know, it was a long journey. Like week 1, it was just not looking good. I was rooting for Taylor since day 1, numero uno. Preseason, it was like, yeah, that's gonna be in my draft. She's gonna be my winner pick. You know, yeah, Taylor. You know, and you know, even with all the odds against her, she still ends up winning the game and America's favorite player. Because the thing is, a lot of people did not, after week 1, was just like, she's not gonna win, but we're gonna vote for her for AFP. Week 1, she's been, you know, chastised, you know, ostracized, you know, pushed in a corner. Basically, it was like 15-on-1. It was like everybody did not want to be near Taylor. Week 1, she was just alone in rooms. When she walks into rooms, they leave the rooms, they talk about her, call her all these different names in the book. It was just not looking good for Taylor. Everybody was just like, cancel the season. You know, all these articles and news articles came out on social media basically about the treatment of Taylor Hale in Big Brother house week 1, and you know, all that she had to you know go through. And you know, everybody was just like looking like, this is the worst season, like can they cancel the season, can they restart the season? So that's the first week of the show. That's what we had to go through. Week 1, everybody was like, yeah, you lost, like you lose in the game or you lose in the draft, because you know what's going on with Taylor, who was my winner pick, and then the other 2 seems like they're gonna be picked off as well. So it's just like there was like odds against me and odds against Taylor. So I've been rooting for Taylor since day 1, supporting her, like, you know, through my social medias, you know, check them out. But yeah, so that was the week 1 experience. You know, everybody, we had, you know, people talking about her, literally yelling in her face. They even showed it on one of the episodes, which was just like, when you see what happened, it was just like she didn't pick it up quick enough that he wasn't joking or being sarcastic. He's like being dead serious to you in your face, like yelling at you and like shaming you. And I think when she finally got it, that he was actually being for real, and that he like put somebody's mental health and like basically blamed it on her, that's when she was just like, why are you doing this to me? Like that's when she like picked up on it. She basically made Lay's, promoted Lay's for free. She was basically Lay's spokesperson, eating her chips, you know, sitting back, eating her chips, let, you know, her karma work for her.
When you take a shot at the baddest bitch in this house, you better make sure you hit.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Hey, yo, let it go, let's go. I keep a part like Esco. I wanna ball where the next go. I'm on stage, you can stand where the guests go. Bitches is my sons, they don't wanna leave the nest though. They like, oh, where the rest go? I got these hoes scared to pass, I got that intercept flow. I made a movie like Seth Row, and since I came in the game, they careers on death row. Death row, 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 death row.
And they all fall down.
Damn, I see make million a week. Damn, I see make million a week. Damn, I see make million a week. Damn, I see make million a week.
Taylor's karma came back with a big swing. You know, we had Pooch went out, Amira went out, Daniel went out. Every time that she was on the block, everybody spiral, and then the person behind her, you know, on the block with her always spiral and ends up getting voted off. She's been on the block with Terrence, and because Paloma left on her own volition, you know, she was saved week 1. She was on the block with Pooch. Pooch basically pooched herself. You know, she was able to stay in the house. You know, when Turner won his HOH, you know, and the creation of the leftovers, when the creation of the leftovers happened, I was up. I was actually awake. I saw the whole thing like planned out. Like, I was just like, when they got the name, they were like, okay, we're gonna call ourselves the Leftovers. When they were trying to get Taylor up inside the HOH room so they can like create this whole meeting and everything, I was just like, oh my gosh, yes, because, you know, Taylor was isolated the whole entire week, you know, everything beforehand. Before the veto even happened, she was isolated. And, you know, after Turner winning HOH, and, you know, because of the besties type thing, Amir and Terrence went on the block, basically solidifying that Amir was going to leave. You know, that really, in his speech during the veto meeting, was really what set it up. The Leftovers really were doing great. The Leftovers were created for Taylor. The Leftovers wasn't created for anybody else. It was created for Taylor, even though I guess Michael and Brittany were also off to the side. It was created solely for Taylor, because Turner, Joseph, Monty, and Kyle had the pound. They already had the pound, and basically how it was set up, Kyle was like, we had the pound, we brought in you two and Taylor, and that was basically it. And then they created the Leftovers. So that was basically how the Leftovers were created. The Leftovers were dominating with the Besties pair, and then when the Besties pair, you know, ended at the start of Jury, you know, Taylor ended up winning. She ended up winning her first HOH was the wall comp, and her initial target was Terrence, you know. And if anybody would have actually listened to Taylor the week of trying to get Terrence out of the game, I think the Dire Fest situation wouldn't have occurred. It was kind of weird how Brittany tried to blame it on Taylor for the reason why her HOH was messy, was because the guys are strong-arming Taylor into trying to get out somebody else out of the house. They wanted her to get Alyssa out, and she already promised Alyssa that she wasn't going to get her out. And then Indy, you know, Joseph didn't really want Indy out as the first person to go. So it was just all, they were trying to get Alyssa out, but then Kyle was, you know, connected with Alyssa. So he was like, what do you mean trying to get Alyssa out? So it was kind of like a whole rocky road, and that's the reason why these targets flipped so much. That's what happened. In her HOH, she said she did not want to put up a black woman, which was Jasmine, because they wanted her to put up Jasmine and Terrence, you know, 2 people on the block, and that's not what Taylor wanted to do. You know, so, but she definitely did want Terrence out the house, but they all went with Indy. So, yeah, as it came to Dire Fest, you know, Joseph ended up going, and that really kind of went downhill the season, because when Joseph left, you know, there was like a lot of truth that he was saying that was omitted. Because when they went back into the house, they were just anti, you know, whoever was in the house. So basically Taylor, Michael, Brittany, and Monty. So, and they never, you know, told Joseph's truth of what happened in Dire Fest. And they were just giving her all these lies or mixed truths and half-truths that basically, you know, skewed Taylor's perception of Joseph. So, you know, on topic of Joseph, I've been a jailer since day uno, okay? Because night 1, before any ostracizing even happened, night 1, we saw that Joseph was kind of still trying to find his groove, and Taylor was, you know, getting ready to go to sleep. And then we saw the whole conversation of Taylor and Joseph just sitting in the bathroom talking and chatting, and they even basically hinted at a showmance of each other in the house, in the game. And I was just like, yeah, jailer, yeah. I was like, day one, numero uno. But obviously, Joseph basically kind of, he went with the whole house thing, group think of, isolating Taylor, which kind of messed up a lot of things. But then he really, out of all the people in the house, he was probably one of the few people who realized, what he did was bad, apologized for what he did, truthfully, basically said multiple times that, he realized himself that, why should I feel a certain way just to talk to Taylor, just talk, generally with Taylor, not even game, but just talk generally. And he was just like, well, I'm just going to talk to Taylor. Like, I don't care. So it was like, he came to his senses, and, you heard a lot of the uplifting and motivation that he gave Taylor. Basically, what Taylor said spoke life into Taylor. Basically, gave her a reason to continue into this game. So that's what Joseph did. So then we get to the end half of the game where, it was revealed that Kyle basically wanted an alliance of non-people of color, and it was exposed. But Michael and Brittany withheld to that information until it was deemed, deemed useful to speak on it. And I feel like they should have, even if they felt some type of way, they should have said it sooner. They waited until, Brittany and Taylor was on the block, and then, if Michael didn't win that veto, he would have been on the block in turn if somebody else won that veto. So it's just like, you withholding that information makes you look bad. Now, you're not as bad as Kyle, because Kyle did say those words and say those things and basically thought like that. But keeping that to yourself until it's convenient to really say also makes you kind of like in cahoots with the whole situation. So that was revealed, which led to Kyle's eviction, because Kyle came into After Dire Fest thinking he was on Sky High, and then it all came crashing down within that same week on Turner's HOH. So then after that, Michael won his HOH, which sent Terrence home. And then Turner won HOH, and then Monty won the double eviction veto, which sent Michael out the next week. So that left Alyssa in the game. Alyssa left next week, leaving down to Taylor's second HOH win, which she sent Brittany. And the thing is that Brittany waited till the last minute to say, oh, I voted for you to send you home the other week. Like, are you serious? Like, she really was going to send Taylor home over Alyssa. But, yeah. But, the tie was broken in Taylor's favor, which led to Taylor winning that HOH. Final 4 HOH was great. Then, Monty won the veto, and then that sent Brittany home. So then we're down to final 3, and Taylor did not win any final HOHs, and then Monty won the final HOH, bringing Taylor to final 2. And then Taylor basically swept that jury out the water. She swept Monty out the water, like
Power, but I'm more than my wins and self together every single time and gotten up and continued to fight, because like so many other women in the world, that is what we have to do to get to the end. And that I am not a shield, I am a sword. I am not a victim, I am a victor. And if there is one word that is going to describe the entire season, it is resiliency. And if you are to ask yourself who the most resilient person of this season has been, it is I can be the winner of this season. And I promise you will not do it in vain if you choose me tonight.
Her speech was just so well, drafted. Like, when I was listening to the speech, I was just like, yeah, she got it. Yeah, she's taking it. I was just like, as soon as she got to final 2, I was like, she's taking it. She's winning. She answered the questions properly. She said, although I have 3 wins, 2 of them HOHs, was not even about my wins. It's about me surviving from week one. Week one, everybody counted her out. Everybody wanted was just like, let's just cancel the season. Let's just send her home. She doesn't need to be around these negative people. But she survived and thrived those 82 days in that house with people who did not like her, with people who basically ostracized her. Her karma, basically, it was just a thing. Like, her karma was very strong this season. Like, everybody who basically said a negative thing about her went out the game in one way or another. And, she ended up taking it all. She ended up taking $800,000 of cash prizes and a cruise on top of that. And it's just like, to see how she came so far, it's just like, this is why people need to understand to survive and thrive and never give up on the first inconvenience. Because I saw a lot of people who definitely meant well. It was like, just for your mental health, I think it's best for you to just get out the game. But I feel like, because she's a victor, she's not a victim. She is a sword, not a shield. Like, you know what? Like what she said, like those things that she said in her speech, like, that is the truth. She's very resilient. People were like, she's too nice. And they say kill people with kindness, and you might think like, she was too nice, she's too naive, but like, her kindness basically won, because she didn't do the thing of that she would have done, or with instinct that I would just snap right then and there as soon as they said something. Her kindness basically won. People try to rewrite history and say that she did something to them, or she was actually condescending, or she was this and that to them. But really, the receipts are there. She really was just being her authentic self, and she basically got ostracized for doing that. And people really painted a picture, a different person out, saying that she called somebody this word or said something about somebody, basically made her to seem like, oh, what she did is, justified for the behavior of how they treated her, which is not the case. She really didn't do nothing. Like, she really breathed. I have so many tweets from like early July, like basically just like so annoyed of how people were treating her in that house. And it's just so great to see. She became the first Black woman in Big Brother history to win the game, also winning America's Favorite Player. So she's the first winner ever, winning the game and winning America's Favorite Player. Like, do you not know the history that has been made? And this is back to back on top of, the Cookout winning, Xavier winning last year. So we had our first Black winner last year, and now we have our first Black woman, winner this year. And then we had, it was Davon in 22, Tiffany in 23, and now Taylor in 24 as the America's Favorite Player, people. And I'm just like, this is such a great season. Like, just to see the journey, it's just so great to see, like, the fact that you've been rooting for this person from day numero uno, and to see them becoming the winner, like, to win, everything that you want them to win, or they could have won. It's just so great to see. Like, yeah, it's just really great to see. And it's just like, you can too. Let me stop. Be on Big Brother and win. But I'm very happy for Taylor. Very glad for her. Also back to Jailer. Like I said, we will get the W in soon, and we are getting the W. I been knew that Jailer will prevail. Jailer is going to prevail. Like, hello, I been knew. Also on top of that, this is 3 for 3. 3 for 3 ships, people that I liked together as a relationship in a reality TV show, which was first Dami and India from Love Island Season 8 UK, Zeta and Timmy from Love Island USA Season 4, and now Joseph and Taylor from Big Brother 24. I'm 3 for 3. reality TV. Like, hello? Like, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Like, when I see a ship, just get on the bandwagon. Like, my ship is going to prevail. Like, I can't promise you long lasting, but I'll promise you that they're going to serve. They're going to eat for a good minute, okay? I can promise you that. You know, when I see a ship and you see me rooting for them, they prevail, okay? They prevail. Now, I do not know when their time is up, you know, but I just know that they're going to take a minute and show you why you should be on this bandwagon, okay? But yeah, like, when you see me ship, just know, like, yeah, her ships eat. Like, they be eaten, leaving no crumbs. Like, you know, Dami and Lee are still together, Timmy and Zeta still together, and Joseph and Taylor Jailer is just getting started. Like, don't play them. Don't play them, okay? But yeah, just get on the winning side, okay? We win over here. We get W's. We get W's over here. But yeah, this was basically my summary of Big Brother 24. Basically, you know, me as a viewer, you know, just seeing how everything unfolded and just basically being the winner in the end, along with Taylor, who also win the game, you know. I'm just like, her wins are basically just like, I won too, okay? It's just like, I also won, you know. It's just a win for all of us collectively. So that's basically all I have to say about Big Brother 24. And, you know, a season that was predestined to be one of the worst seasons after 7 days became basically the one for the books, one for the history books. You know, when we look at Big Brother 24, we're just gonna see Taylor Hale. Basically, that's it. So history was made, and that's all I gotta say. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, comments, concerns. Any are not subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.